It's one of those summer days when there's an abundance of light outside, even if you wake up early. Positive light that fills the entire house. I do, however, appreciate the peace and quiet of the early hours of the day before I open the blinds and let the light in. I usually start the day by eating nuts that have been soaked the night before. The water that raisins are soaked in has several health benefits, and I recently learned that this is something you should definitely drink. Don't waste that.
I know it could be worse. I know it could be broken. We could be crushed. And every word I've spoken.
The other day, our friends told us about this Indian store in a different locality, and I discovered a wonderful selection of incense sticks there.
Spending all my time to figure why you're gone.
I simply adore the mild fragrance an incense stick spreads around the home. It brings me memories of the mandir at my mom's place, which was a part of a society and always had that fragrance whenever we walked by. I had no idea this indoor plant, which is also named lemon lime maranta, could show up flowers. This part of the plant gets the right amount of sunlight, which I think led to the flowering over here. I also got my hands on many other things, but for now they had to go in the backup pantry. I like to fill up my glass jars one by one as we open each packet of namkeen or cookies. I like to remove the incense sticks and shift them into my holder, but I realize that I often forget which is which. So these days I've started writing down the names so that I can order the ones I like once more. Prep work starts also at the beginning of the day, so peeling and putting some potatoes to boil. I've been getting a lot of questions about the different kind of pots or planters I'm using for my plants. Since it is summertime, I'm sure we all are bringing in more greens in our homes. So today I picked up this topic. The easiest planter or plant cover can be a simple basket. I got mine from a local store some time ago, and this one looks super cute sitting in the corner with its two handles. Mind you, this one already had a plastic lining for protection, but you can simply add your own. The black basket planter is from IKEA. I love the amazing color contrast it brings against the green foliage. The best part is it comes with its own liner too to protect the basket once again. This cream one is made of terracotta, I think, but I'm not really sure. This one is from H&M Home. I love that it comes with a drip tray that collects excess water. Well, you could directly plant your plant in this one. A wooden one gives a fancy appearance for sure.
Halfway hard, halfway hard.
This glass one is actually a lantern to place candles etc. inside. But I love the way it looks with smaller or mini plants in it. I happened to place one inside it and I loved the glass house kinda look to it. So you could try something creative like this too.
Falling, save me when I am falling. If I told you that I don't know where I'm going, don't know what to say, but I go without knowing. If I told you that I don't know what to believe.
The other corner that I have has a beautiful white plant stand that I found on sale in IKEA itself.
Tell me you're the one for me.
I use this to keep the plants off the floor and also to bring some height variation. All the planters here are ceramic and I use them as covers for the plastic pots within.
But you're the only one for me, and I'm the only one for you. Tell me you're the one for me now, 'cause what am I supposed to do? If you are not the one for me, then tell me now what I could do.
I know I haven't been doing a great job at replying to comments recently and I have no excuse to make, but this is me just taking a few minutes out of my day to start small and begin with a few comments every single day.
If I wrote you a song, if I got it.
I'm quickly making Sabudana Vadas for breakfast today. I like to keep roasted peanuts at hand in my kitchen cabinet. So after mashing potatoes, I add the soaked sabudanas and crushed roasted peanuts.
Some have a great look that covers the magazine.
It was when I was making this recipe that I also realized how HelloFresh has really come to the rescue for those days when you don't want to make everything from scratch. I often like to opt for HelloFresh over my traditional cooking since they provide all the ingredients according to the number of people eating with the exact measurements and full recipe details. It's really fun to make recipes like that. So everything arrives pre-portioned and right at your doorstep for less hassle. Join America's #1 meal kit today. Give HelloFresh a try and choose from 30 plus calorie smart or protein smart recipes each week. And now, when you try HelloFresh, you'll get free dessert for life. Yeah, satisfy your sweet tooth with one free dessert item per box while your subscription is active. Use the code and the link mentioned in the description box and get your HelloFresh subscription now.
But I don't know what to do. I'm staring into the blue sky.
Coming back to the recipe that we were making from scratch, for the spices goes in the basics like black salt, normal salt, chaat masala, that is a must for us, and a touch of garam masala, which is entirely optional.
In a century, oh, I'll be forgotten like dust in the wind, or the talk of the town that we are living in. Well, I don't.
My all-time favorite chopped coriander and green chilies are also added. During winters, I also like to add grated ginger, but in summers I usually skip that.
Wash away like lines in the sand.
Basically, you have to make balls out of this mixture and then flatten them a little. I always make extra and keep some to have with tea in the evening.
I can see it in your eyes.
Last time I remember some of you who are not from India were amazed by what these white pearls were called. So today I thought of mentioning that they are called tapioca pearls in English, and we use them in very many ways in Indian recipes for both sweet and savory dishes.
I can see it all so clear. All these broken pieces will be scattered in the wind.
Thankfully, it was an off day and husband came to make some tea. Well, the secret is he makes much better tea than I do. Slowly, he has become the specialist in this. He, however, doesn't prefer to use this kettle to make tea. He prefers his very own chai wala bartan. But I insisted since I wanted to shoot this part.
To say that you've been wrong, because I'm not that bold. Through an empty bottle, I can see it all so clear. We're just broken people. We'll be scattered in the wind.
Have you ever tried a mango salad before? If you haven't, then do give this recipe a try. I'm sure you've heard of lots of mango desserts, but this is a healthy recipe. Basically, you have to finely chop some watermelon if you have that at hand, or you can skip it, but it's a great combination along with mango. What makes it interesting is the addition of chopped onion to it, adding chopped cucumbers as well. Now mint, the way I like to chop mint is to roll the leaves and then make long strands out of it. Finally, salt, pepper and a touch of lemon. That's it.
No, 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 no. Yeah. All of my friends say, girl, you better take care. Cause that man is trouble, you best beware. And though deep down, I know I might be headed for teardrops. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no.
Hubby was craving some easy and simple kadhi chawal for lunch, so got to making that.
I gotta tell you that
I gathered all the ingredients like gram flour, curd, salt and turmeric powder. Basically, you have to mix it all and keep aside.
well, you might be a liar and cheat too. I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you. No, no, no.
I also found fresh curry leaves this time at the same Indian store that I was talking about earlier. Now, since we don't really consume them so fast, I end up freezing most of it. Yes, they do turn darker in shade, but the flavor stays intact. So that way I can keep them for long.
Can't let you go, 'cause I love you, 'cause I love you, yeah. There was a time
For the recipe, in a kadhi, take some mustard oil and let it heat up properly. Then I like to add methi seeds, curry leaves, a bit of jeera or cumin seeds, ginger garlic paste before adding the curd mixture we made earlier. Make sure the heat is set to the lowest when doing this. I will be adding a super yummy tadka in the end, so don't miss that part since that will add so much more flavor. The key is to cook this on low heat for a while. Now this can't be rushed. On the side I will be making some pakoras, but this time I will air fry them with no oil whatsoever. Since these will be added to the liquid mixture in the end, it doesn't make much of a difference without the oil. To say the least, it only makes this recipe a tad bit healthier and makes one less guilty about eating fried food. Make the batter not so thin and use as little water as possible when making these pakoras in an air fryer. I air fried them at about 185 for 8 minutes, but do play around with the temperature settings for yourself. In between all this, my herbs were in the scorching heat outside. At least for the sensitive ones like Italian basil that can't take too much heat, it's important to water them thoroughly. Mint usually doesn't mind the sun. I like to bring them inside for their watering sessions. Keep stirring the curry mixture from time to time, and the more you cook it, the more it turns flavorful. We will add the air fried pakoras once done, and in the end comes tadka. I like to use ghee for this along with mustard seeds. Let them splutter, then you can add some more curry leaves if you like, kasuri methi, hing, red chili powder. Add this and your dish is done. This has to be served steaming hot and it tastes delicious with pressure cooked rice, if you have that at home. I also like to add some pickle alongside. My dad always used to say that curry tastes better the next day. So I always make extra and save some of it. Well, I think I've spoken a lot today, mostly about this delicious recipe, but it's worth the time spent. Waking up early always makes for an enthusiastic and super positive start to the day. What time it is that you prefer to wake up is up to you. Don't let others decide that for you. It's important to ensure that you stay comfortable after waking up. Enjoy the morning light, beautiful breeze, and the fresh scent. Hope you had fun watching. Until next time, here's Home Gupshup signing off.